Mic check, everyday superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, human connection, and so on and so forth. 2 links in the description. One will take you through to the catalogue of body language, which is a YouTube playlist. That's where you learn how to read people's minds. Second to that is the Patreon, where I will show you real footage of real dates. We will watch them together. I'll show you the attraction and repulsion body language. I'll break it down, and you'll never forget that information. That's the real game now. Let's move onwards. People don't quit jobs. They quit bosses. They quit managers. This is a quote you may have seen before, and we're going to repackage it and apply it to relationships, okay, and apply it to attraction and so on and so forth, right? When you understand that human relationships and communication and interaction and so forth really follows a pattern across every realm, whether it be sales, attraction, the workplace, economics, social media, large groups and crowds, and football teams and sports teams, and wherever you want to apply it, you realize that once you understand the foundational relationships between people, how emotion works, how logic works, how economy of attention works, and how transactional communication works as a whole, you find the pattern of what makes good, effective, persuasive communication, or non-persuasive communication, whatever floats your boat. So we're going to repackage the idea of being in a workplace to being in a relationship. So when I say a person doesn't quit their job, they quit their manager, right? Because they have gone for the job for a reason initially, okay? They've got the job, and although the job might not be substantial, it pays the bills, and it's okay. And it's that manager's job to lead from the front, to ensure that the subordinates are content. Because if the subordinates aren't content, they will slack, they will, what's the word? They will essentially become terrorists of an organization, destroying it from the inside out through discontent, slackness, negative investment, through salary in relation to the return of that investment, which is the output. And, they'll end up leaving. We can blame the subordinate, but it's the leader who should lead from the front and take ownership of their own behavior. And we as men need to take ownership of our own behavior when it comes to our relationships, okay? If we consider ourselves leaders, which biologically speaking, in the relationship between man and woman, we are, right? We create order, whereas the woman creates chaos, which isn't necessarily a negative term. It's just the perfect balance of principles, as Carl Jung would say. It's our... And whilst I say that on a side note, it goes to show why women like drama and spontaneity, and we as men like what is understood and understanding the pattern. And then the woman gets bored of us and we think, why did the woman leave us? Because we work in 2 different ways. But we as the leader need to understand how that woman works, and we need to understand the psyche, and we need to be able to read the person through their behaviors and responses to us in order to keep them content. They have a job, right? As our partner, they have a job. And how motivated and inspired they are to do the job is up to us. It's not up to them. We have to be, as leaders, a good boss, okay, metaphorically speaking, to this employee, right? Oh, but we're all on equal playing fields. We're equal rights and that. Yes, most definitely. We are equals, but we both have to abide by particular boundaries and ethics and behaviors in order to work well as man and woman. And if we play our part correct, which the people who run the system want to confuse you in what a man is and want to emasculate you and create this disturbing situation with who you are. So you have to go on a pilgrimage of understanding what a man is. When you find out, understand and implement and find sense and clear the dust as to which they've set before you and act accordingly, you will realize that the woman responds in that manner, naturally speaking, biologically speaking, in an appropriate fashion, which creates this amazing congruence between you both. Bada bing, bada boom. We've now got a good relationship because she respects me. She understands the order I create. She follows instruction. But on the flip side, that's not to say that she is an obedient dog, because she is not. She is my other half. She is the yin to my yang, right? Such as the boss and the subordinate. The boss needs to teach the subordinate how to work effectively so that that boss can profit and grow and have a degree of success in that relationship, whereas the subordinate who plays that particular position can create momentum in that realm. When it comes to men, some people are leaders and some men are followers, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the natural order, right? But when it comes to man and woman, there is only the man who leads and the woman who follows, because the vice versa isn't effective purely as you think it's all good until a real leader comes into the picture and your missus is now more interested in him than she is in you. So you need to pertain that position if you wish to demand the respect of that woman. I'm not saying you need to perceive your relationship as a boss and a subordinate. That's not the case. But what I'm laying out is, if she's sick of her job because she doesn't get along with her boss, or she doesn't like the way her boss treats her, i.e. you, or doesn't like the way her boss doesn't check in from time to time to see how she's doing, and maybe reallocate some time and tasks and care and attention in order to ensure that she's good and can create value in that space, in that relationship, she's going to start to rebel. And if you still continue to not identify that and handle that appropriately, maybe as a bad boss would, you find the subordinate misbehaving and you respond to it with harshness, or add fuel to the fire by only accentuating what created that problem in the first place. How long is it before she says, I quit? You see where I'm coming from? But when you create a nurturing environment that allows this person, these people to strive, and you lead from the front, as you should do as a man, as a boss, as a leader, you'll be respected, you'll be loved, adored, you will be sexually enticing, because that is who she wants, and that is who she is biologically hardwired to follow. That's some game. On that note, I'm signing out. Peace.